And my name is Isaac. We haven't done this type of intro yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
It's
Welcome
really
to the
cool.
Walkmen Comics Podcast.
And today we're going to be reviewing Justice League. We saw it 4 days ago.
Actually, I saw it like 2 weeks ago. I'm like way ahead of all of you.
I saw it, he saw it, and then we saw it together. And we're going to do a review of it in this episode of the podcast.
I know it's a bit late.
Yeah, but we still want to do it. We still want to sort of give our opinions on it. So
yes.
How about we start with some of the things we like. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
So,
alright, you're going to go first.
just warning, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I should have. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I should have talked about that actually. I didn't talk about that.
Yes, we're going to be dive into spoilers in this podcast.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
There's not really that much to talk about for non-spoilers, except that I like the characters.
Just there's loads of non-spoiler reviews out there. Just go and watch one.
Yeah. So this is our spoiler review. So warning. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk spoilers. Okay, so what I really liked when they start off is I like the idea that it has been a year. They've been a year without Superman.
Yeah, I like things like that.
Apparently it is in real time, I think, hopefully.
Yeah. I really like it when things do that. Because it's sort of...
over a year since Superman died. And it's been over a year since Superman died and the world has lost hope. And I know what you're thinking. Didn't, in the last 2 movies, say they hated Superman so much that they were willing to kill him? Yes, but when you think about it, crime has risen.
They kind of need him.
Yeah, they need him.
Yeah.
So they realise without him they're screwed. Well, crap, we're gonna die. That's why the whole movie starts off with them saying, hope is lost, Superman's gone.
Yeah.
Another thing is, I really like how it starts off fairly similar to the New 52 Justice League comic book. I love that. The first volume was just, I think it was one of my favorites. I just read it like 3-4 times.
A lot of people will disagree because it's the New 52, but we have different opinions.
Come on, you can't just judge New 52 all the time. There are some good ones.
That kind of goes with everything. Like, there's some good things, there's some bad things, but overall, sometimes it's bad. You can't really sort of give an overall judgment sometimes, you know?
Yeah. So, I actually really like that they start off with the New 52 where Batman, instead of Green Lantern doesn't really show up, but it starts off with Batman luring out a parademon, and you see for the first time what they look like if you haven't seen the trailers. They look kind of bionic, like Bionicles, but
I was thinking that. Like, they look like
they look like bugs, but robotic bugs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't really, like, in the flashbacks, they look more like bugs with just armor on, but in modern day, they look like kind of like futuristic bugs with futuristic
look like
armor
human
on.
bugs with armor.
Yeah, like
basically.
Like not with armor, but like technological armor, like really advanced armor, and it looks really good. And then he leaves when the parademon explodes. He leaves the imprint of 3 boxes, which sets up the mother boxes. Which I found that was just too simple, but I get it. If it wasn't simple, people would just be like...
Yeah, it's a good thing that they sort of make it really clear what's going on. That's like a really important thing to do when you're making a movie or a book or anything in that sort of... anything really, you need to be clear about what's it about.
In the previous Zack Snyder films, he doesn't really make it that clear.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're a comic book fan, of course. He doesn't make it that clear what the motives are. Unless he has, and it's just been cut out because of the time. God, it was almost 3 hours.
This movie is really a stepping stone to like doing that really well.
Yeah, so I think it was a good idea. Then it kind of jumps around to the other Justice League members, which was good. I just think that it, like, after I saw X-Men Apocalypse, because it jumped around a lot really quickly, but this was a bit more spaced out, jumping around. So, like, it was good. like I didn't mind the jumping around because I knew it was coming because the team is all separated. I actually think this would have been a great movie to start off the MCU. Not MCU, DCEU. DCEU. DC Extended Universe. Can't they just have CU? It would be so much
DCU.
DCEU.
It's like MCU, DCU.
DCCU.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
I get that now.
Are you finished with the stuff that you're saying?
No, I'm just gonna let's do it. We'll do the first half of the movie each, then we'll do the rest.
Well, I think just do that.
Yeah. So I like it how they introduced Steppenwolf. He should have been called Droppin' Wolf. Yeah, he drops in, or he should have just been walking in. I don't know. But I actually liked how they introduced him. The only thing is that what he said at the end, they should have cut that out.
Yeah.
You will love me, and everyone will love me. I kind of get that. Like, he's a child who's been abandoned, but, like, it's not really talked on. If this isn't even in the
They could have
comics,
done it
this
better.
is just me reading in to through the lines.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it, but I think it could have been story-wise better. It was okay that they cut it out Steppenwolf's backstory and why he wants everyone to love him, but it's already kind of obvious, so I guess that's why.
Yeah, well, they could have been...
It's already obvious that that he was banished from Darkseid's planet or something. He was banished, so he wants everyone, so he's trying to go out and make a life for himself or something like that. It was kind of obvious, but would have been better if they explained it.
Yeah.
Another thing I really liked about it was I'm doing all the positives first because I don't really like starting off negative. I really like that in the first half of the film, it goes off to Themyscira first. I can't pronounce it, whatever. Themyscira, where Wonder Woman's from, obviously. It's really good that they start off there because that's like... So it sets up that they can warn Wonder Woman about the coming attack, and I found...
Yeah, that works really well, yeah.
Plus, it's probably the easiest to get to. I mean, the Atlantis one. Yeah, it's easy, but still, it's underwater. So it's not that easy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is probably... I mean, not Wonder Woman. What's the place called? I forgot. Yeah.
Themyscira?
Yeah, Themyscira. That's probably the easiest way to start it off. And I like how they keep it easy for you to understand.
Yeah, plus they have a really good battle sequence.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They have about not three battle sequences, about 4, 5. Like, there's at least 2 major ones. And there's the beginning one, which you always need. Well, you don't need it, but, like, it's good to start off with a battle sequence, but with a story. Then they have the Themyscira one.
Yep.
They have the Atlantis one. They have the middle of the film where they're trying to rescue everyone that is being kidnapped. Then the final battle, which is that's good. They don't have too much. They don't have too little. It's not full story, but it's not fully action as well. So, found that good. And just before I finish up with my first half of the film, the Atlantis one, I found it was okay. The Atlantis stuff was okay. Seemed really rushed. Yeah, I didn't really like the Atlantis stuff first up. Seemed really rushed. Like, it looked good in the trailer, but I thought we'd get to see a bit more of it, and the Queen would still be alive, but I get why they did it. Like, Aquaman's character needed this.
I know, yeah.
And we'll talk about characters at the end, but we just want to get the story stuff out of the way. So when Steppenwolf got the box, the thing that really bothered me was that they can't really talk underwater. Like, I get it that they wanted to have it clear, and if they did do it underwater, it'd be like, blub, 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 blub. But yeah, I get why they did it, but it looks... Why would you need to do that? They can breathe underwater. Can't they talk underwater as well?
Well, I think there's something to do with the sound, maybe.
Yeah, I get that's what I was saying before. They go blah 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 blah. But still, if they're Atlantean, they'd be able to talk underwater. That's
well,
my
yeah,
opinion.
Atlanteans can.
Yeah, at least they would be able to talk underwater. Or something.
Yeah.
Humans wouldn't be able to, but like, I get...
Atlanteans probably have some way of talking.
Yeah.
It's because that would just be... Anyway, continue.
Okay, so that's my first half of the review. Just finish at the Atlantean scene. So you give your review up to the Atlantean scene.
How about we take in turns to do...
First half, second half, that's what
No,
we're
like, let's take it in turns to talk about different things.
No, go ahead then. I've talked for like 10 minutes.
Because, like... I don't really remember much about the story, but like I can remember loads of different things. I just don't remember which order it's in. Like I have a good understanding of the order, but like some of the things, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, just give. What did you think about the starting? What do you think about the start?
Oh, the start. That was actually you could really see how they're sort of trying to like set it up really well. Like, I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool. And like, whether they sort of use that, fit it into everything, like I said before, like, it's really clear what's going on. And like, that's sort of a really good thing to use in that kind of movie. But like, yeah.
What else did you like about the first half of it, setting up the story and getting the characters together?
Well,
what about the Flash? How'd you like how he was introduced?
Well, that went by a little too quick.
Well, it is the Flash.
Oh well,
gotta go fast.
Actually, yeah, that's true. But like the way that they sort of did it was just like, okay, here's the Flash. Boom, you're on the team. Okay, cool. Let's continue. You know.
Well, I think it was good that he was the comedic relief in the film. If they didn't have him, it'd be a bit too serious. But I thought it was great that they made him funny, but maybe a bit too funny at some times. But he was like my favorite part of the film. I also like Ben Affleck's Batman in this. It's like, I liked him in Batman v Superman.
Well, they didn't make him dark enough though.
No, I think that was good because they made him too dark in the first film. And then in the Justice League film, he's a lot happier. Well, not happier, but like, he's not as dark.
Well, I like it when
he seems more human.
Yeah.
And I know that the whole point of it was that Batman's not human and he's just trying to keep the team together. But I love that they're trying to make him more human. Because if you're just a millionaire, not really relatable. But if you're a human, it's more relatable.
Yeah, I kind of see where you're going at, yeah.
Yeah, so, do you want to start on the second half of the film now?
Well, I talked about this before. Like, I'm a bit sort of... How can I say this? Like...
Bias?
Well... If you're... if you're gonna, like, ask me about every single thing of the story, like, I'm a bit sort of iffy on that. But, like...
Yeah.
That's... I don't know why I'm like that with things.
Well, I've been thinking about this for a while. He's been thinking about another podcast that we're about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording.
Also, you've seen it twice, so...
Yeah, true. I have seen it twice, but I can retain movie information, and I can't retain what I ate for breakfast. Wait, what did we do for lunch, actually? What did we do?
You went to McDonald's in the city.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I remember.
See, we're different. We remember different things.
I can't remember half of my family's birthday. So
same.
So let's start on the second half of the film. I think so the team's all together. I didn't really like how Cyborg was really introduced. Like, so they introduced him as like he's like depressed about what he's been through, and I get
he was darker than Batman.
I know, but he's supposed to be happier.
They're going down like the route of the comics. Like the Cyborg comics have been
I haven't read any of the Cyborg comics.
They've been really dark recently.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's what they're doing. Rebirth has been such a success lately.
Yeah,
I guess they would be trying to go for the what was it? The darker tone, if that's what fans like, or what was it? I don't know. The lighter tone, like Batman hasn't been so dark in the comics. I've noticed recently with the Batman Detective comics. Find it's been a lot more happier because he's assembled
then they're
this
sort
team.
of going the same way with the movie as well. Then
Yeah, so I find that they're using the new comics in the movies, and that is a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd also maybe, the thing about Cyborg is that he's brooding a lot about his change, and that's understandable. He's human. He would. But the thing is, he's introduced so, like, he just joins the team because his dad's gone. I get that. Like, he's concerned about his dad, and that's his only family. So, and he's got these powers, so he wants to use them, but he was been afraid of showing himself this whole time, and then he just shows himself. Wow. I mean, I would have at least worn like a cover, like a jumper or something. I don't know, maybe a cloak.
Yeah, that sort of
that really
came to a
bugged me.
surprise me. I was actually thinking about that recently.
Yeah, it really bugged me, but I don't mind it. If his dad's in danger, he probably wouldn't care about anything but that.
Yeah.
What else? I kind of liked so when he was introduced, I love Jim Gordon, the new Jim Gordon. He was
The actor really suits him, doesn't he?
Yeah. I didn't mind the Jim Gordon from...
The Jane Gordon, what?
James Gordon. Jim Gordon from the Dark Knight trilogy. I didn't mind that one. He was good, but he was just more of an inspirational speaker, but depressing. A depressing speaker.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't mind that one, but this one was good. He suits the character. What's his name? JJ something, I don't know. But he was the original
J. Jonah Jameson
in the original.
We both said it, hey!
Jinx. You dirt. You owe me a lemonade. I don't know.
Wait, hold on, who's
Jinx, you owe me a
who?
soda. I did.
Oh, you
Push off the bed.
Yeah, sorry.
I win.
That's a Bravest Warriors reference if you don't know. It's basically if two people say something at the same time, the first person who says jinx means that the other person have to get them something in 10 years, yeah. Something that they like.
I find that's really dumb.
No,
I mean, you have to wait 10 years. Would you wait 10 years for something you really want?
Well, it depends how much I want it. Like, if I really, really, really want it, then sure, why not? But
I'm an impatient
little
person.
thing I'm not really sure about, then probably not.
I'm an impatient person.
Care. Anyway, back to the movie review thing.
I love the battle, the mid battle that like brings the team together and like sets up the dynamic.
And Flash was still like
scared of his
he's
powers.
scared. He's just like, I just ran out to people, push them, and Batman's just like, just save one person, that'll be fine. And then he saved like 10 people.
That was good. That was good because it gives him the confidence.
Yeah.
Just save one person.
If he never
does, I actually did it.
If he never did that,
I want to do one more.
Yeah, if he never did that, wouldn't have been like...
I get it. Like, I don't think... The only problem I had with it was that you didn't think about it before? Are you kidding me? You didn't think about that before? You joined the team that you were going to die? Well, I guess he did cut Batman off.
Well, yeah.
I need friends. Maybe you should have let him finish, Flash. Even if it takes a million years for you. Are you fucking kidding me? Just hurry up. 2 centuries later, he's like grown a little bit of a beard. Playing chess with himself.
Also, another thing about the Flash, while we're on the topic of that, like, I really liked the really simple way that he explained the Speed Force. He just like, oh, is this? I call it the Speed Force. Boom.
And like, it gives me my powers and I run like that. And then he also says that he needs to eat a lot of food. So he's like a black hole full of snacks. Yeah. A snack hole. That was good. Like, it's taken about 2 seasons of the Flash to about almost fully explain the Speed Force. But
then he just goes out and explains it in a few seconds.
Yeah, and he just like you just need to do it quickly.
Yeah. And like
if people don't watch the TV show or read the comics, it just gives a quick little example, and that is good. What else? Like, back to the mid-battle scene. They cut a lot of scenes out from it. It was supposed to be a longer battle scene. Why are you randomly dancing?
I don't know, a song came into my head.
Stop it. The thing that I really liked was that it would just randomly... damn it, now you got me thinking about you randomly dancing again.
Gonna be stuck in your head.
Damn it!
Just me dancing. Whenever you try to think of something, you just see me dancing.
You're just like, dude.
Now you're actually gonna do that. I'm actually really happy about that.
I'm not.
Whenever you try to remember something, stop thinking of Isaac dancing.
Because you're a terrible dancer.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I am a terrible dancer, actually.
No, you're not. It's fine.
I used to think that I was a good dancer, but I'm not.
I really liked that they did cut a lot out. Like, I didn't like it, but it was probably worth it, because would you really risk the time of the movie for a minute or two extra of a battle scene? So yeah. I was happy that they did it, but disappointed at the same time. So, yes. The good things about it were that Cyborg is still learning to control his powers. The only thing that bugs me is that, like, he can use them so easily. But he's, like, at least they tried to make it like seem like, shit, what's happening? I don't know what to do. Damn it. At least they try to do that. Like, you know, when they're trying to crawl out of the sinking water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Cyborg tries to blow up Steppenwolf, but he catches the missile, just launches it at the tunnel, and they're, like, underwater. They're trying to get out.
It's just like, what are we under? Gotham Harbor.
And they're trying to, like, get out as quickly as they can, but Cyborg can't control. He's trying to control, like, the back tank to, like, get out of there, but he can't.
You mean the Nightcrawler? I'm not sure if it's the Batcrawler or the Night...
Batcrawler, Nightcrawler, I don't know. It's in the Lego set
somewhere. Pretty sure it's
Nightcrawler. It's in a Lego set somewhere.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
So they're trying to get out.
Not sure how you would use that to, like, move it around with its legs or something. Maybe it's just that'll look cool. I think it is.
Yeah. They tried getting out there as quickly as they could, but Cyborg's powers malfunctioned, or it's just too badly damaged and he can't control it, which I found good. I actually like that.
You know how can Flash swim really fast?
No, I think he electrocute himself. Or maybe he's lightning proof.
Nah.
Would he be lightning proof if he got struck by lightning again? He'd just, like, absorb it.
That would get rid of his powers. Because, like,
I don't know. You never know.
There's probably been a comic somewhere since there's, like, loads of them.
I don't know. Like, the lightning touches him and just, like, pulls it out of him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else? I think we should move on to Superman.
Yeah.
The introduction for reintroducing Superman.
I was about to say something.
Oh, sorry.
And then alright, so it was kind of well, it was kind of cool how they did it, but I don't know, it was kind of really kind of weird watching him. Yeah, it was rushed, but it was a bit weird just seeing him come back after when he died.
It wasn't weird, it was just...
Well, it's just he came back too quickly, you know?
No, he didn't... Well, yeah, I guess. He did come back... If there was a movie in between, maybe the Batman movie or The Flash, that would have been better.
Yeah.
Like, I think they did have to do the Justice League, though. It was a good save.
Also, while we're talking about Superman, like, they did his... Like, the actor had a mustache, but they had to CGI it out, and
so that really annoyed me.
Yeah, and then also
he looked
like why couldn't he just shave it?
He could.
It's that
he
easy.
was in another movie.
Oh yeah,
He was doing two movies at the same time. I was like,
really, was he?
That was such bad scheduling.
I didn't know that.
That was such bad scheduling.
But also another thing, when he's like standing in the field at the farm.
That lip, it just looks...
Lois.
It looks like, so weird.
No, also, it looks really CGI and really badly edited when he's standing in the middle of the fields and, like, there's the leaves in front of him, but he looks like he was just attached to a really weird green screen and just slapped on there. It looks so weird, doesn't it? Like, he's just pasted on there.
Dude, they kind of have to do stuff like that every now and then. You have to accept that.
Like, but there's like a billion different farms out there. Maybe not a billion, but like
Do
you
you
can
think
just
they
go
would
there and
actually
shoot it.
waste a whole day? You know how much farmers have to work to get lots of money. They get lots of money, but
Well, then
they
there's
would
probably
not
an
be able to
abandoned
rest.
one or something.
no, they wouldn't. Not looking that good, at least.
I don't know.
And they'd have to do it. Like, you can't. I get it. Like, it was. I do get it.
Well, then why couldn't they put like fake leaves or something?
I think
in there?
they did have to rush it a lot before it came
Oh, yeah.
out. Like, it's a 2-hour movie, and they had some reshoots really
yeah.
close to it being like a month or two being released, and then I think a month or two being released. Then they had to edit it and then add it into the film. You'd understand.
Yeah.
What else did I like? Resurrecting Superman. The resurrection of Superman. I found that it was a bit awkward, because that's where Doomsday was resurrected. Or created, more like.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's so gonna turn into Doomsday or something like that, or he's gonna, I don't know, he's gonna rapidly grow his hair.
He was
he's
like
gonna have
crazy,
a beard
but
and
then
a
he went
mullet.
back to normal later on.
Yeah, like,
So-
and that's what I was thinking. He was gonna grow a beard and a mullet or something like that. He's gonna have the black suit. That was actually the original concept.
Oh.
He was gonna have that. But I'm glad they kind of didn't, because they need to move the film along. And it's good that the thing is that the pool that Doomsday was created in took a lot of power out of the ship, and there wasn't enough to jump the mother box. So Flash decided he could like maybe charge it with his lightning, which was a really good slow motion scene. I actually really liked it when he like jumped off and touched it just at the right moment, but then like failed in the end, and he was trying to land and he just crap.
Yeah, that was
Ugh.
that was something.
Yeah.
That
It was
something.
good.
Well,
And then the fight with Superman. Oh, that was like.
okay, now I think, do you want to start talking about the things that we didn't like, or?
Now I wanna go through the whole movie and then do the things
Yeah.
I didn't like, because I didn't have that much about it. There's not that much.
Well, then I think I'll talk about that then.
Oh.
How long have we been? 27 minutes already.
Wow, we're trying to make these podcasts shorter. Wow, we suck at this. So
Yeah.
we'll just go quicker now. This battle with Superman. Okay, so what was?
I didn't even think of a funny story.
We don't need to. This one might. We'll do one next time.
Alright.
So,
Next one's gonna be cool, you'll like it.
the thing is that with Superman, Superman comes out. He's all really confused, and everyone will be confused, especially if you've just come back from the dead. I was actually surprised his memory wasn't wiped. But the thing is, he hates Batman straight out.
Oh yeah.
That confused me. Like, I do kind of get it, but it confused me, because didn't they become friends? It might not have been for long enough for that to sink in or something. You never know. It might not have
Yeah.
been long enough for it to sink in
I
yet.
just realized I can't nod because people can't see me. I'll have to be like, yeah.
Like, I
But,
don't think it sunk into his memory, and so when he wakes up, the last thing he remembers is him fighting Batman. And Batman doesn't want to fight him, so he's going to take advantage of that, obviously. Do you bleed? That was a terrible a dark Superman voice. Do you bleed?
You should be like, they should cut out all of his lines. You should voice act as him. Do you bleed?
Do you bleed?
We should stop before this becomes weird. Shouldn't we? Yes.
He fought, and my favorite part of that battle was the Flash. Like, so Superman's like
The
also
Flash.
he's also super fast, but he's never like unlocked that ability until like he looks at the Flash. He's just like, and Flash is just like, oh shit, and then Superman chucks Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman away, and he goes to punch Flash, and he just ducks really quickly, and like it's like a super speed battle, and Flash is obviously can't run properly yet, and he's just trying to dodge and weave out of the way, and it's just so funny, but he trips over, obviously, and then he sees Batman. Batman asks Alfred, bring out the big guns, and all the Justice League members are trying to stop him from getting the Batman, and then Lois shows up. I feel like that was a good move. Like, not just for story-wise, but to make a story arc for Batman. Make him more human.
Yeah, that was interesting.
He listened to Wonder Woman about what happened. Well, not what happened. Well, about that Batman isn't human, like not very human like the rest of us. And Superman was extremely human because he had a job. He loved someone. He was actually out there with humans. Bruce Wayne was a rich billionaire.
Yeah.
You can't really experience friendship or go to a school without someone either, oh, you're Bruce Wayne, I want money, or something like that. I don't know, or being friends because they want money. You can't really do that if you're rich and famous. So, plus his parents were murdered right in front of him. That's obviously going to torment him for the rest of his life. Why'd you kill me? Nah, but yeah. So I found that it was that's why Batman's not human, and him getting Lois for Superman was a really good and smart move. That was a smart move. And now onto the final battle. We're just gonna skip all the story arc.
Is this I want to say something about the final battle. Actually, could I say that?
Yeah.
So
sure.
In the final battle, it took place in this town.
It's like
there's like this massive dome that the mother boxes put around it.
It's like in Russia somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where it was, but like this entire time it was building up to it, but they only focused on one family. Like at no point did they ever look at anybody else. But like no, but my problem with that is like it gives you the sort of idea that like in your mind it gives you that idea that they're the only family in that town.
Yeah, that's
when
what
it's not true.
Thought at first.
Yeah,
I thought that.
I mean, obviously they aren't, but like it sort of really gives you that sort of mental picture.
Impression.
Yeah, that sort of impression. Yeah. Anyway, so what were you gonna say?
Okay, so the final battle, as you were saying, takes place in this like abandoned nuclear testing area where life has started immigrating back in, even though it's not properly safe to move back. So it's like where a nuclear waste spilt out into the city. It's not fully safe to go back there, but people have trying to escape their past or something. And it was a great thing to do that, because that means it's like a deserted town, but there's still people there, and there's a risk of them dying. If there wasn't a risk of them dying, it probably wouldn't be as important. So I'm glad they put people there. And the humans that were there, the family that they focused on, I know you didn't like it, but that was cut in the final moments by Joss Whedon. He took over for Zack Snyder because he had a family problem.
Yeah, it's a bit, his daughter committed suicide, I think.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really...
That's sad. I don't think that's what happened, but if it is, I feel so sorry.
I saw like someone else's review of it and they said that. So, yeah. If that is what happened, then I'm sorry.
Yeah, same here. I am actually sorry.
Yeah.
But good job on the film. I am terrible. Let's get back to this.
Should I cut this out? Because we shouldn't joke about it.
No.
Alright.
Let's leave this in. I'm sorry, Zack Snyder, if you actually watch this, but I am actually sorry for what has happened to you.
Yeah, I know.
So let's get back to the review.
I shouldn't have brought it up, because now we're really,
sad, and it's going to be awkward if we start talking about it.
Yeah, let's talk about something else.
Okay, so what else? The final battle was set there. The family was added in by Joss Whedon, which was actually a good move.
Yeah.
But the final battle was really good with Steppenwolf. The only thing that annoyed me was that they got rid of the parademons too easily. They killed all of them. They never came back. Or Batman was holding them off or something, and then when they smelt fear, they just all came in at once.
Yeah.
That's what annoyed me. So, I didn't mind that. So, also the final thing with the Flash trying to run and beat Superman and got the one
I really
family
liked
out.
that.
And Superman's just carrying this whole building. He's just like, show off. Damn you. No, but that was actually a good idea. Competition between the Flash and Superman, but it's like a friendly competition. Yeah. But how they got rid of Steppenwolf, I didn't like. It was probably a lot better than killing him because the superheroes don't like killing. And that gives him an opportunity to come back if they want him to. But like probably more demented because he's been eaten by parademons, and if he's still alive, he's probably just gonna be like, oh, I don't know, something like that.
He's just gonna come back, but with a bunch of bite marks in him. That would be so weird.
He's just like, I don't know. He's like, his shoulders like got this hole in it. Finally.
How did that happen? Oh, I cut myself shaving.
I mean,
shaving my fur.
The parademons ate me. I mean, I cut myself shaving. You were terrible at shaving.
Yeah.
Just like,
why are you shaving your shoulder? What's up with that?
Just like slice.
Yeah, I shaved myself with a butcher knife.
No, with a machete.
Yeah. Actually, I shaved myself with a chainsaw. It's really good. Gets that really good sort of blade. You're killing yourself laughing, aren't you?
Yeah. Let's get back to this. So when they finished, all the plant life came back. Gosh. They destroyed the mother boxes that were on Earth. The only thing that annoyed me was that Mother Box isn't really the mother of Steppenwolf, and they made it out to be like that. I didn't mind that, but it kind of annoyed me a little bit, and that it's like 3 things that are really rare in the universe, but they can be used as teleporters. That's not true. On Darkseid's home world, is it War World? I don't think it's War World, but the characters, any big invasion has these mother boxes. Like scouts would come out and set up these mother boxes for like a full scale invasion to just flood in.
Yeah.
And help them. And that's why the mother boxes were there. They weren't meant to be like this device of mass destruction. They were just teleporters. And that's why Cyborg can teleport people. But like, it is power. It is literally power. So that
power in a box.
Yeah. It was good.
Jinx, we both said at the same time. Stop punching me.
I liked it. I liked the film. I'll give this 7 out of 10. I'll give it that. It was good. I'd watch it again, even though I've watched it twice. I'd watch it again, but most likely on a rainy day.
When you have nothing to do.
No, I will have something to do, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's good.
Yeah. Well, it's nowhere near as good as Marvel.
Yeah.
The MCU.
They're learning.
Recently.
And they're trying.
Yeah, it's a lot better than what it used to be. Like, look at Suicide Squad. That's awful. And then there's Justice League. That's like leagues ahead of it. No pun intended. But no pun intended.
So funny.
No, I actually didn't mean to do a pun. I'm sorry. But
that was funny. We should finish up.
Anyway,
let's just do things we didn't like about.
Okay, what did I not like?
The mustache and the CGI screen.
Yeah, the CGI screen and that I didn't really like. But yeah, that's kind of.
We don't have that much to complain about, actually.
Yeah, well, I think overall it's a good movie, but it isn't really something I would rewatch to relive. And also, I would rather watch something like Thor Ragnarok or Spider-Man Homecoming, you know?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Actually, we haven't talked about the mid-credit, after-credit scenes.
Oh, yeah, we need to.
So, first off, Flash and Superman in a race, that was really cool. I liked that.
That was a good Easter egg to the comics.
The one with Lex Luthor.
And Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke kind of...
Deathstroke...
I was like, whoa, Deathstroke's coming back, sick.
Look, I knew he was coming back, but I thought it'd be in a different way. Yeah. Like, he was sent to, like, destroy the Justice League or something.
We know that,
But I didn't like how they're setting up the next film.
A League of Villains, if you wish.
The Legion of Doom. Yeah. I didn't like that.
Well...
That was a terrible setup. It's a smart move to introduce Deathstroke. It's a good move. But I didn't really like how they set it up. That's one thing I didn't like. So they're expanding the universe. Smart move. How they set it up, not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go into
can I quickly say something first?
Yeah.
So people have been saying Steppenwolf is like a really bad villain. Like I saw this review, Comic Storian reviewed it. He's a YouTuber that talks about comics and stuff. He's a really good YouTuber. Go watch him. But yeah, he was reviewing Justice League and he said that people were saying Steppenwolf is an awful villain, but they're building up to Darkseid, like
Darkseid.
Darkseid.
Sigh.
People sigh.
Dark side.
Okay,
it's like an emo.
You pronounce Sidon as Secedon, but then you pronounce Darkseid as Darkside.
It's Dark Side.
I don't know. I just like calling him that.
Dark
Anyway.
Side. He's an emo. Do I have to go?
Yeah, but anyway, they're
building.
Comic Storian said that they're building up to Darkseid, but
He just said
so they shouldn't waste their writing on
like Steppenwolf.
Yeah, on a movie where there's just assembling everyone together.
Yeah,
you know?
and I didn't like. I think he's wrong, personally. I'm sorry, but he's a good YouTuber. I do admit that, and he's really smart in his comic knowledge. But I don't agree. I think they could have picked maybe a worse villain, but it wouldn't be much of a threat. I know Steppenwolf. He's not that good of a character. I do agree with that, but they could have at least set him up. I mean, it was kind of like an Ultron thing where Ultron just wants to feel accepted. But at least they set Ultron up a bit better. That's the thing.
Anyway, what were you going to say? Just before we end this off, because it's been like 40 minutes now.
Okay, so quickly, what else I didn't like? I didn't like how it jumped around as quickly as it did. I didn't mind it, but I wish it could have been edited a bit better.
That's the thing. It's kind of hard finding that sort of middle ground to stretch it out or like make it really quick. So, and also DC movies are getting better.
They're not as long anymore.
But
they're
usually
improving,
2 hours each. Yeah. Anyway.
At least they're trying to make it shorter with a time frame.
Continue with what you're saying. Because,
is one thing I like. They're trying to shorten it down, give it a time frame. Something I didn't like is that in the beginning, how I don't understand this. It might make someone's probably going to say this in the comments. You idiot, Pat. You didn't understand this. It's probably blah, blah, blah. I didn't like in the beginning, you know how Superman's dead and all that, and they're going through opening credits. I didn't like or get this, but I didn't mind it, but I didn't like it either. It was how the whole world's a bit going crazy. These two muggers start attacking this family, and like thinking really hard in my head, saying, why are they doing this? Is it because they didn't like Superman or something? Or is it because Superman's not there to protect them? I don't know. I don't get it. That annoyed me. I also didn't like the hobo and his sign saying, I tried. Like, I get it, but it just doesn't make that much sense. They could have explained it better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know.
If they explained it better, I'd probably be like, wow, that's genius. But, like, they didn't. And that's all really I have to comment on. Besides that, the movie was great. 7 out of 10. I loved the music.
Yeah, I would give it probably about a
7 as well.
No, I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, okay. It's not that bad, but it's better than what other DC films have been. Like, Suicide Squad was, like, for me, and I'm really positive about this, I'd say it's a 5 out of 10. I didn't mind. I actually like Suicide Squad because I put it in perspective. Because they had 6 months to write the script, concepts, hire the actors, rehearse the scripts, and then they started filming. That was in 6 months.
Yeah, that's
and that would usually take a
quite
year.
Short compared to what they normally do.
That's a year. That's just normal, a year. If they even extended it, it would be a year and 6 months.
I know, yeah.
6 months just to do all that.
Yeah.
That was dumb. But I get why they did it.
Anyway, so yeah, do you want to end this off?
Yes.
So thanks for listening to us ramble on about a movie like total nerds. But,
so yeah.
But no, there's nothing wrong with liking movies and comics.
And nerds.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with liking nerds or being nerds. Just so you know.
So thank
Anyway.
you for listening, and we'll see you all next time. Our next video, guess what it is?
No spoilers. Actually,
Fine.
screw it. It's about Spider-Man.
Alternate versions of Spider-Man. Isaac's been preparing for this for
I have
a long
so much
time.
I have so many notes.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
see you all next time.
I don't know how to end this. Bye.
Bye now.
That was so weird. Bye.